Welcome to my personal eulogy, the 4 disciplines of freedom. I'm 75. I don't know when my life will end. For the time being, I'm well. And to be clear, I have no intention of pulling the plug. I'm too greedy for life. But just in case the Grim Reaper creeps up on me, or you're not around for my memorial service when it comes to town, I thought I'd offer my own eulogy on the egocentric speculation you might wonder about the essence of my life before I die. My title, The 4 Disciplines of Freedom, was chosen with care. But 2 words depart from traditional definitions. For the sake of my eulogy, a discipline is a conscientious, deliberate, and consistent mode of behavior that propels me toward the best version of myself. Freedom is the outcome of discipline. I'm truly free when my life is in order, when I'm so morally grounded, so culturally sensitized, so consistently mindful that I'm never derailed by life's challenges. Note how this is the polar opposite of the teenager who defines freedom as fame, fortune, a fast car, and the right to do whatever the hell he wants. So, what are the 4 disciplines? They're found in the physical, social, intellectual, and spiritual realms. These 4 disciplines are interconnected. When one discipline is weak, the others suffer. If I'm spiritually barren, my social life fades. If I'm intellectually stunted, my physical life pays the price. The physical discipline. Through the years, I've been attuned to my physical well-being. As such, I monitor what I eat and I take time to exercise. For example, when I hit my 70s, I realized I no longer needed to eat 3 times a day. My metabolism greatly slowed, my muscle mass diminished, both of which makes it easier to add pounds. My solution was to eat only twice a day. I make our smoothies for breakfast, a recipe of milk, protein powder, bran, chia seeds, almonds, and fruit. For lunch, my wife Nita makes a delicious balanced meal. And that's it. After lunch, we fast until the following breakfast. As a result, I'm able to maintain my ideal weight, 162 pounds if you're keeping score. I weigh myself every morning to confirm I'm on the button. And if I'm a pound off, I make adjustments. But proper eating is only half the formula. The other half is exercise. I work out an hour every day. On even days, I start with a series of planks, followed by a program of weightlifting. Day 1, back and biceps. Day 2, chest and triceps. Day 3, legs and shoulders. On odd days, I ride my recumbent trike for an early morning 15 to 25 mile spin. When the weather gets below freezing, I ride my stationary bike. The social discipline. It is often said that human beings are social creatures. True enough. But we are also individuals. And there lies the rub. Humans evolved in small groups, often thriving through cooperation and altruism. but not without clashes of violence, as homicides, wars, and slavery have proven. Brute individualism disrupts social harmony. But I believe that tough guy swagger can be tempered through tolerance and a servant's heart. Imagine the human heartbeat. The first half of that pulse feeds the heart. The second half feeds the body. Think of it as a metaphor for nourishing the intellectual and spiritual needs of yourself and your community. Both are required to stay alive. A socially evolved person understands the value and the beauty of serving oneself, yes, but also serving the body, the community, by being a servant leader. If I have a legacy, it is that: to teach and serve, to be a servant leader. Hang on. I'm going to back up and switch metaphors. Socially evolved individuals are disinterested in being the only star in the sky. What a boring night sky that would be. They long to create a galaxy of stars through encouraging, counseling, teaching, mentoring. And that has been my lifelong mission. The intellectual discipline. When I think about intellectual discipline, two words come to mind: curiosity and passion. My curiosity has driven me to explore my own limits, but also to voyage into the world of others. What a joy that's been. The more surprises I discover about myself and others, the more my passion grows. The renowned business consultant, Peter Drucker, said, every 3 years he tries to become an expert in a new field. At the end of his life, he noticed all disciplines were interconnected. I've tried to follow the same guideline. I can think of my life in 3-year increments. The high school teaching years, the mountain climbing years, the scuba diving years, the French language years, the keynote speaking years, the music years, the photography years, the novelist years. I can't say I'm an expert in all these disciplines, but I am more experienced, more educated, and definitely more passionate about the abundant possibilities of life. For example, have you ever made a friend in a second language? It's a little miracle. The spiritual discipline. I've been on a spiritual quest my entire life. My take is personal and may not resonate with you, which is fine, but I'd like to share what makes sense to me. I believe there are natural laws that are objective, inarguable, and self-evident. I call these natural laws principles. They include understanding, tolerance, patience, forgiveness, compassion, and love. I know they are self-evident because when I abide by them, my relationships with others are richer and more expansive. However, if I'm intolerant, mean-spirited, and judgmental, my relationships wither. These principles have been taught by wise masters and teachers through the ages. You may prefer one teacher over another. I have no argument with you. But personally, I don't think of any particular teacher. Doing so is likely to pit one teacher against another, or one doctrine against another, or one friend against another. Instead of thinking of a particular teacher, I think of principles and having the discipline to abide by those principles, moment by moment, day after day. Sometimes I do pretty well, sometimes I fail. But the desire, the commitment is always present, and I believe I'm a better man for having tried. So, for better or worse, that's my eulogy. You don't need to send flowers. You don't need to visit my gravesite. If you're watching this in 2020, I'm probably not pushing up daisies quite yet. What you can do is think about your own eulogy, your physical, social, intellectual, and spiritual lives. Are you at peace? I can tell you, I am. And that's a good place to be.